is a 12-minute account of the holiday. It's only a 12-minute film. Barracuda, black durgeon, and a cowfish to the right. A little cowfish here. Well, it wasn't that small, it was away from the camera. The film camera. First narration I've ever done. It's a shoal of blue tang. Hope you can understand my accent. It's a British accent. Now this is the cowfish a bit closer. It's like he's whistling Dixie. Cute little thing. Very accommodating for our camera just there because they're hard to catch. Eagle ray. Spotted this while we was looking at the Kittiwake wreck. This is the eagle ray. Digging for stuff in the sand. Beautiful thing. Don't see many of these. You do go to the Galapagos Islands, the place is full of them. But here we are in the Caribbean, and here's our eagle ray. The hawksbill turtle, having his lunch, pulling with his beak, pushing with his feet to snap off what just looked like a big foam rubber cushion. It looked like foam, but it's coral obviously. Another one. My wife Cherry that's photographing it. I'm on the film camera, Cherry is on the flash camera. She follows him along here. She's got some nice shots of him. Probably down around 80 foot there. Could be even a bit more. I didn't have a red filter on my film camera. I ordered one. It didn't arrive until after we came back from off this vacation. So I've taken a lot of saturation, colour saturation off in the program when I made this film. It was saturated. Red's the first colour we lose underwater. This again is a hawksbill. This is good footage. It's not very often that we see or can get close enough to these animals. But they do get filmed a lot. If they live on the reef in this area, they will get filmed and photographed quite a lot. Because many divers visit this area. At least once a week the boat comes out here. The Aggressor 4 from the Aggressor fleet live aboard. This is our third trip with them. Twice to the Cayman Islands and once to Belize. Diving about 7 years, maybe 8, and I've been filming about 3 or 4 of those years. This is the Caribbean spiny lobster. the biggest one I've ever seen. This thing, believe it or not, the body you're looking at is about 2 foot long, from tail to nose. I'd say at least 3 to 4 foot long from the end of its tentacles to the tail. I was amazed how big this thing was. Out in the home, you don't often see them out in the home. Now you can see how big that is when you look at my wife Terry. In comparison, I mean that's a big lobster. I don't think you'd eat that in one sitting. Not that we ever catch them or ever harm any of the undersea, underwater animals. This is a stonefish, very hard to see. He must have moved for me to have seen him, or if I forget just how I saw him. You keep looking and you'll see him. There's his wing, and off he goes. I follow him now. There he is. And when they stop, you can't see them. I follow him down and watch him kind of like disappear. Blend in so good, doesn't he? Here's our favourites, the sharks. And did we see some sharks on this holiday or on this vacation? We saw a lot. I got lots of footage, and it was a pick-up, choosing which ones to use. And below these sharks, obviously, you had to lighten the film to pick them out. That's a lionfish that the Captain Allen is feeding to them, baiting them. Watch this. There he goes, gets half of it, and half of it gets away. Half of that lionfish gets away, there it is, and heads for the rocks, or the coral, which puts these sharks in a bit of a frenzy, because it's still shivering down there, and they can sense that. Now look how they're getting close. Actually, one of these sharks hit me on the back of my head, and damn near knocked me out. I don't just know when. I'm having a go at Alan's fins there, looking for this thing. I keep filming. I got a good crack on the head around now, but I kept filming. My wife came in to find out was he okay. Alan did as well. Alan was almost there anyhow. But I was in a bad area. I was the same distance from Alan as where he feeds the lionfish on the end of the pole. So that's why I got my knock. They're looking for that lionfish. Look at him coming in very close there. It didn't faze me one bit. Believe it or not. There's my wife, she checked on me. There's my fin. So I think the next thing you'll be seeing will be up on deck. And going to a night dive. And my narration will stop now. Right, coming up out there. Natasha. No. How was it, Greg?
It's okay.
Huh?
I didn't see much.
No.
You're gonna lose your mask, Natasha. Your mask is. Don't move, Mike. What are you doing?
No, Mary.
You want to see me falling? Yeah.
Tommy.
It's a miracle. It is a miracle.
Terry! There's our boss. There's the boss. I'm not focused at that time. Oh, hang on. I should have it on easy. Cannot start easy and it can line up. Because it's recording. There's only one person missing. Moi!